Namaste. I want to express myself right now on the subject of raising consciousness via internet power. I think the ultimate aim of corporate fascism is to destroy all revolutionary consciousness, which is impossible. There will never be any absolute totalitarianism. In life, as a rule, everything has a positive and a negative. Everything being relative and nothing being absolute. We seek, and I speak for all of us in general, we speak for the uplifting of the human soul. We want to see people live in peace and freedom and happiness. The majority of people on earth will agree with this. So here I'll speak for myself. I first got hip to the internet, I guess around year 2000, 2001, and I got into Yahoo groups, and I got into a group, the Digital Divide, and I saw over the years how the internet has changed, and it has grown pretty fast. Remember that previous to the internet, we did not have the potential for global communication that we do now. So we need to realize that this is a new power upon the earth, internet power. We need to see how can we use this power in a positive, constructive, and educational way. We know that big corporate powers control the so-called mass media. CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, etc. And there's more and more developing an alternative mass media. Say, Democracy Now! Then we have Twitter, Facebook, Google+. So even though the actual corporation that owns the whole media may be or is controlled by forces related to corporate fascism, we are still allowed to have freedom of expression via certain platforms. Now, do not assume we will always have the capacity that we do now to communicate as we do online. I got hip to Yahoo groups, and I manage a few. And I got hip to blogs, and I have a few of those. And now I'm heavy into the global news. I follow about 99 global news sources in recognition of the 99+% who are the have-nots. Plus, in order not to get information overload, we look at the internet or when I look at the internet, because I want to distinguish between you and me and us, I'm speaking for myself here. I see on the internet the Tower of Babel. You got a zillion websites, and about each one of them wants everybody to go to their website. And in a way, that's great. Well, that is great. Yet there's no concentration on the coordination of communications. CCC, the CCC formula. Concentration on the coordination of communications. So when a new group starts up, say they get a Twitter account, and then they want to get their Twitter handle, their Twitter username out there, and it's good when you're on Twitter to have on your Twitter home page to have a website or blog connected to your page. What you want to do is have a greater and greater presence on the internet across a spectrum of platforms, not sticking to just one. So a lot of us need to learn better how to do networking online, or internet networking. So this is in a way a growing field, and so wherever there's a growing field, you get the money changers, people who just want to make a buck, get involved in it and usually screw it up. So we want to promote having a free internet without being constricted by corporate fascism. We want to have each home have internet access and a computer. Plus, many people nowadays, they have iPhones, wireless communications through iPhones, cell phones, and tablets. So we have great potential to do mass education that we are really not properly utilizing as well as we could. So all this is possible because of internet power. At the same time, positive and negative. We're creating a caste of people, not quite an economic class, but like a subculture, a caste, C-A-S-T-E, of people who are online and say on Twitter. And people on Twitter are pretty sharp, as far as breaking news comes out there, generally first, and then there's the potential to have access to all kinds of news sources. So this is great. At the same time, this also creates a separation from the many who are not on the internet. In fact, the many who cannot even read or write. So chances are, as time goes by, this will become a greater and greater divide, between those who have, in terms of internet access, and those who have not internet access. So forces of liberation need to see the importance of getting the masses online, plus getting the masses to be literate, where people can read and write, in order to take full advantage of what's available, online, and plus in their personal lives, for their studies, so they can read an actual book and understand it and be able to explain it. So I hope this continues as time goes by, and that we raise consciousness via internet power, and at the same time continue to, or if we don't, to start communicating with people in your own personal life. When you see something online that's interesting or educational, share that with other people, so that there's more of a collective consciousness of what's going on. And let's not assume that we'll always have internet power as we do now. The fascist pigs, they hate the internet. They hate all these people talking to each other. How dare they? Look at how NSA became such a freak out control agency that they got mega data. They want to record everything we do online. This is like major control freak issue here. And so now they target Snowden as the enemy. When really Snowden is a hero of the people. He's a great whistleblower, along with Assange and others. At the same time, we need to, each of us, express ourselves. Get into typing. I am a typer, not a writer. I rarely write with a pen and paper. So I'm a typer, and type up articles, type up blogs, take pictures, share them online, and what we're doing is we're creating more and more of connectivity with each other as human beings around the world, and this will help to create more of a mass global unity that we can use to raise consciousness and continue to combat corporate fascism. Just remember to balance your life out between being online, being offline, being in line with your spirit. Seek to get closer and closer to your inner spirit. Who you truly are, what you truly want, and help create the kind of world you want to live in. Amen. Namaste.